2 weeks, one client. What's up, guys? Jason here, Aspiring Entrepreneur, showing you the day in the life of a budding entrepreneur, just the basic hustle and grind and confusion of building a business from scratch. And I just wanted to talk about that confusion part. You know, it's so crazy when we're in school, we're told exactly what to do to be successful. You study this textbook for this test, you get this grade. I mean, they even tell you what kind of test you were going to take, right? It wasn't like, well, it might be an essay, it might be a written. It was just, you knew exactly. Everything was laid out for us. And then we get in the real world, and it's just, you choose the book, you choose the test, you choose the teachers, you choose the school, you choose everything. And I think that's part of what holds so many of us back, is because it's so bloody confusing, right? You don't know who to listen to. You don't know which path to take. You don't know where to go. And so part of what's great about this vlog is showing you how often I do this. I mean, it's because it's not a straight line. It's like you're just pivot all over the place. And of course, instead of, failure or saying, oh, we changed our mind, or oh, we're being ADD, I'm calling it pivot, right? Because that just sounds so much cooler than, hey guys, I changed my mind again. So I just wanted to talk to you guys this morning before I dove into my new workday about another pivot. Now, long story short, so with some personal things that went on over the weekend, if you guys have been watching me for a while, then you know that the past couple of weeks I've been really tired, because I tried to do a vlog every day, and then I just totally burned out, completely burned out, trying to do the vlog, trying to do the YouTube channel, and trying to build a business and pretend like they were all one and the same, right? And so long story short, I now have a much longer runway than I had originally been given for some other reasons. So the good news is I've got a longer runway. So I can be a lot more strategic, and I can be a little more forward thinking, as opposed to, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put food on the table next week. So now that is covered, at least for the time being, I can now switch my focus to say, okay, let's go a little long term. Let's go a little longer on the game, right? And just to review what I've done over the past 2 weeks, I've tried Thumbtack, I've tried Upwork, I've gone to 2 meetups, and then, done some networking at a local co-working space. So let's just go through how each one of those has been helpful. Thumbtack, extremely expensive, got one client out of it, and really the way they do the credits are terrible. Now, don't tell anyone this, but I actually used one of my other email accounts and looked to hire people with my similar services, and I found out 2 things. Number 1, the credits are total BS. Absolute BS. They just they charged people something like $10 to apply to my position, simply because I had purchased a completely unrelated service in the past for moving more than 3 years ago. So that's not a warm lead at all. I purchased moving services using Thumbtack 3 years ago, and now I'm looking for a digital marketer, and you think that somehow correlates and that means I'm a better buyer because it's 3 years? Who knows? For all they know, someone stole my email and put it up. So that's number 1. And then number two, my bids were just way too low. The bids I got were in the $200 to $300 range, and I was bidding $75. So clearly I looked like number 1, the clients I got were the low ballers who were just looking for someone who was going to do something dirt cheap. And that's not means they're bad people. The ones I talk to, they're just starting their business, so they can't afford $200 or $300. Makes perfect sense. But that's the market I targeted, so those are the leads I got. But number 2, the actually a little more qualified leads that would have brought me in more revenue, more income, saw my $75 offer and went, psh, who's it? I'm not going to take that seriously. There's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. So if I were to go back to Thumbtack, I'd raise it to, $250. And whatever your service is, I would highly recommend trying that out. Oh man, I need to talk faster. We're already at almost 4 minutes here. So then Upwork. Upwork, man, I just got shafted. They've changed their algorithm to how they display, how should you say, that it's not reviews, but essentially like a quality score for people. So even though I have work history, and even though I got that person to review me, and I brought that person from Fiverr to Upwork to review me on that platform. Like, she would have paid me through PayPal. So I lost out on quite a bit of money because I wanted at least one person to give me a legitimate review there to help me build and scale if I ever needed to come back in the platform. Here we are 2 years later. So here we are 2 years later. I want to come back and try Upwork. Well, long story short, if you're new, you're just kind of screwed. And I did get one person who said, yeah, I want to hire you, but then apparently somehow their job posting was against the terms of service, so it took the job posting down. And of course, because of their terms of service, I have no way to contact this person that said, I want to work with you. So now I'm stuck trying to connect with them and chat. And of course, it was like I bid like $25 to do $500 worth of work. That was the only reason they chose me. Because they knew we were getting such a great deal, because they know that I have to do something crazy like that to get a review so that the Upwork algorithm will actually say that I have a work history. Because even though I have 5 stars, it doesn't matter. They take your reviews and they take other factors to calculate into your job success score. So because my job success score doesn't exist, it's below 90%, and because it's below 90%, I get lumped in with everybody else who's fresh off the boat to the platform. And actually in Upwork, if you don't meet the job requirements, your proposal doesn't show up with the real proposals. It shows up in a bottom section. I know this because I hire a lot. It shows up in a bottom section that pretty much says unqualified people who are super cheap, if that's the kind of person you are. Okay, maybe it doesn't say that, but essentially that's kind of what it means. So there's Thumbtack, there's Upwork, Meetups. I gotta tell you, of all the things I've done, that was the most draining. And has nothing, I'm not saying anything bad about anyone I met at a meetup, just in case they wind up watching one of these. It's me, I'm just not a huge social person. And I did 2 in a day. That was a really bad idea. I was just totally burned out. Met a lot of great people, but one of the things I realized, especially because the part of what's allowing me to stretch out this runway is I don't have a car anymore, right? So I have to walk to these places, and it nets me around it takes about 3 hours per meetup, then plus another 2 or 3 with follow-up. Like, I have so many follow-up emails from just a couple of people I met. And I'm looking at it going, okay, I'm averaging 5 hours per meetup, leads or whatever. How many videos could I make in 5 hours? How many people could I reach on this channel in 5 hours? And that's when it really struck me that I was going about this all wrong. To play to my strengths, and because of some changes in my personal changes, I should focus 100% on growing an audience in a medium in which I can play to my strengths as opposed to playing to my weaknesses. So that's a long-winded way of saying I'm going to focus 100% on growing this channel over the next 30, 60 days. I should have figured out how many days it was. But I'm going to say 45 days. I think 45 days. So my goal through the end of June, I'm going to post at least 1 video a day. I'm making that commitment right here. That means even on Sunday, so I'll pre-record. It's not all going to be vlogs. I'm still only going to vlog 3 times a week. So the other 4 videos, there you go, Jason, do some math. The other 4 videos are going to be some sort of content related videos. So you get 3 of me just hanging out with you guys talking, and then I think once I hit 1,000 subs or something, I'll figure out how to do that whole YouTube live thing. I think it's 1,000. It's 500 or 1,000 when YouTube finally lets you use your phone to do YouTube live, and I need to use my phone, not my crummy computer, because the microphone's not working. The sound card, blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, I know all you people with Macs are like, well, if you had a Mac, it would just work. I guess I could use this. This is my wife's Mac. Oh wow, that's a terrible reflection. It's my wife's Mac. I tried using it for a week. It's like a foreign language. Getting off topic. So commitment: 3 vlogs a week, 4 content videos through the end of June, every single day. So with all that off my chest and just sharing kind of my realizations and where I'm going next, I'm so excited to have you guys on this journey with me. And without further ado, I think it's time for a work montage because I've been talking way too long. Well, that only took 2 hours. So it took about 2 hours to record an hour-long ads tutorial. Believe it or not, that's actually a pretty big improvement. It used to take me like 4 hours to produce 1 hour of content, so definitely getting better. Just a quick tip for you guys: when you're creating content, one of the things you can do is, instead of trying to write a script, just write an outline. Like what are the 5 or 6 things you want people to know by the end of it, and then what are you going to cover? Like, what's step 1, 2, 3, like bullet point it, and then just go through the process, right? Because it's all about your content's just documenting what you know. It's just sharing what you know. It doesn't need to be super polished all the time. In fact, sometimes if it is super polished, then it can come across as disingenuous or a fake, if you will. So certainly not the most polished presentation. My voice is really tired. I ran and got some more coffee, which it's cold now. It's not even helping my throat anymore. So time to take a break, eat some lunch on YouTube, and then video editing galore. Sad thing is, I still need to do one more video today to hit my 30-day my video goal. Anyway. Oh gosh. Well, that's stupid. For some silly reason, my phone cut off the last video from yesterday, so I was editing the vlog for you guys, and I was going through and I was like, hey, where's the last video? I've got, it's missing. And then I realized my phone just, for some reason, didn't save the last one I recorded for you. So I'm recording this one really quick while I'm editing the vlog to just say thank you so much for watching. Wanted to share a quick win from yesterday with you. Someone from Upwork, long story short, optimizing my profile because I was telling you guys I was getting disqualified from everything. So profile optimization actually seemed to work. Someone invited me to interview for a job, so I have that tonight at 7 o'clock, interviewing to do some Facebook advertising. So hopefully that works out. That was the big win I wanted to share with you from yesterday. And now I've got to quickly edit this bad boy and get off to another meeting today. So nice to see you 2 days in a row. And until tomorrow, now literally tomorrow. So until tomorrow, keep building the business you love. Take care.